A lone biker was wrenching on his Harley outside a dusty roadside diner when he heard it. Not the rumble of an engine, but the frantic slap of bare feet on hot asphalt. He looked up, and his world tilted. A bride, her white dress stained with dirt, was running across the highway. Her veil was torn and dark mascara tracks bled down her face, mixing with tears. She stumbled to a stop right in front of him, gasping for breath. "Please," she cried, her voice raw. "Can you take me anywhere but here?" Now, Tank, the president of the Iron Saints MC, had seen his share of chaos. He'd stared down death in bar fights, navigated the hell of war zones, and buried more brothers than he cared to count. But he'd never, ever seen a woman in a wedding dress running like she was running for her life. She was trembling, clutching a single high-heeled shoe in her hand like a weapon. A dark, ugly bruise was beginning to bloom across her cheek. "My name's Lily," she whispered, her eyes darting back toward the road. "And if you take me back, he'll kill me." Tank followed her gaze. In the shimmering heat haze, two black SUVs appeared on the horizon, closing the distance fast. His jaw tightened. "Who's he?" he asked, his voice a low growl. "My fiancé," she said, the word catching in her throat. Or ... my father's business partner. It wasn't about love. It was a deal. A transaction. The implication hung heavy in the air. Without another word, Tank threw his leg back over the bike and fired it up. The Harley's engine roared to life, a guttural promise of power. "Get on," Lily hesitated, her eyes wide with a mix of fear and hope. But now, his tone left no room for argument. She scrambled onto the seat behind him, her arms wrapping around his waist as if her life depended on it. And maybe it did. The Harley leaped forward like a thunderclap, peeling out onto Route 9. The wind immediately attacked them, tearing what was left of her veil into shreds and whipping them away into the afternoon sun. In his rearview mirror, Tank saw the SUVs, relentless in their pursuit. They were gaining. He kept one hand on the throttle and, with the other, pulled out his phone. He thumbed a single button. "Saints," code red, "ring the family." The response was immediate and unspoken. Within minutes, the sound of more Harleys echoed from the side roads. One by one, 6 bikes materialized, merging into a formidable formation around Tank and Lily. They moved with the fluid grace of a wolf pack, a wall of chrome and steel surrounding their most vulnerable members. The SUVs, arrogant and aggressive, tried to push through the line, to muscle their way to the front. But you don't push through 1,200 pounds of steel and unwavering loyalty. The bikers held their ground, blocking the path completely. One of them, a mountain of a man named Rocco, dismounted. He slowly, deliberately cracked his knuckles, the sound like rocks grinding together. He swaggered toward the lead SUV. "Afternoon, gentlemen," he said, a deceptively calm smile on his face. "You lost?" A few well-dressed men in suits stepped out of the vehicle, sneering with entitlement. "That girl belongs to us. Hand her over." Rocco's smile turned cold as ice. "Wrong answer." Just as fists were about to fly and things were about to get ugly, Tank killed his engine and stepped between the two groups. The air crackled with tension. "She's not property," he stated, his voice quiet but carrying the weight of absolute authority. "She's a person." Behind the shield of Harleys, Lily began to sob. "Please don't fight because of me," she pleaded. "I'm not worth it." Hank turned to her, his expression softening for just a moment. "Then it's a good thing we don't fight asterisk for asterisk people, sweetheart," he said gently. "We fight asterisk with asterisk them." He shrugged off his own leather vest, the one bearing the club's patch, Saints Protected, and tossed it to her. "You're one of us now." As she clutched the heavy leather, the distant wail of sirens grew closer. A waitress from the diner had seen everything and had filmed it all on her phone while calling the police. Faced with the bikers' unity and the approaching law, the men in suits exchanged panicked looks. They scrambled back into their SUVs and beat a hasty retreat. Later that night, the Saints clubhouse was filled with the warm glow of a roaring fire. Lily sat huddled in a large armchair, wrapped in a thick blanket, sipping hot coffee from a chipped mug. The terror had finally receded, leaving a hollow emptiness in its place. "I don't even know who I am anymore," she said quietly, staring into the flames. Tank sat across from her, his presence his silent, steady anchor. He met her gaze. "Then start as who you want to be," he said. We'll help you remember the rest. Months turned into a year, then another. Lily didn't just survive, she thrived. She went back to school and earned her degree. She found her calling, working at a shelter helping other women escape abusive situations. And with the backing of the Iron Saints, she started her own foundation, Ride for Freedom. It was funded by charity rides and donations from the very biker club that had found her on that lonely highway. Every year, on the anniversary of that fateful day, she rides shotgun on Tank's Harley. She's no longer the runaway bride, but a warrior leading a convoy of roaring engines and free souls. She is a survivor, because the story proves that sometimes angels don't wear wings. Sometimes they wear leather and ride chrome. And sometimes the long road to freedom starts with a single act of courage from one biker who refused to look away. If you believe in the good heart of the biker community and stories like this, please subscribe to our channel and hit that like button to show your support. Thank you for watching, and ride safe.